He's just playing with you. Let him lay on your pillow. Lucy, what are you doing?
Come on, baby. Look. Oh. What are you doing, Lou?
She's getting ready to run.
She says, where's that bear? She loves her bear. You got band in your bear right now?
She stands so funny.
She does. She's always like just ready to run. She loves her bear. That's why there's the blanket.
She's listening for her boyfriend.
She is. She's like, I've heard that screech before.
Ricky, what are you doing all the way up there on the chair? And there's Scout, just hanging out, sleeping on the ottoman. And Tink is scared pooping. Am I gonna have to clean up your poop again? You guys make such a mess. All of you together. I know what you're doing. Where's your toy? You want your toy, Ricky? Here, I'll get it for you. Scout, I'm just getting your toy for Ricky. Here. Here you go, buddy. Troy, where are you going? It's on. Almost.
Come on. I can run faster than you. I'm dead. I'm not trying to kill me, man. He's sliding off on the front. I swear I'm okay.
You coming? Luna? Where are you going? Come on, let's go up. Come on, you can do it. What are you creeped out about? Is there something behind me? Okay, guess not anymore. It doesn't matter because I can't really even capture it on video because it's already like flickering to begin with.
But now it's not flickering.
It's not, but it is on my camera. So, oh wait, there it goes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was white when we left, right? Mm-hmm. And now it's red, like pinkish red.
With purple on the sides.
Yeah, well actually when we opened the door it was off and I was like, I didn't turn it off, but the light's off. And then it just started blinking on its own. And now it's flickering.
Not weird. Not weird at all.
Well, now it's not going to do it. It was like
flickering as we pulled in.
But it wasn't just flickering, it was like turning white and then turning red and then it's been flickering red, so
maybe it's just happy you're back.
It's just happy to see me. Mm-hmm. Well, the red matches my hair, so it's okay, right?
Sure. Doesn't freak me out any less.
I just want to see it blink like it was doing before though. Because right now it's solid, but I'm getting the refresh rate on my camera, so it looks like it's blinking, but it's really not. Of course, it's not going to do it.
It's speaking in Morse.
I mean, it did it. Yeah, it did it once.
It's done it several times since it's been plugged in or screwed in, like, what, 30 minutes ago?
Yeah, I'm just going to need to put security cameras up, and then I can capture everything. Alright, whatever. I'll get out of the car now.
And as soon as you stop recording,
I know.
do it. Okay. Like a random stick, just like broken handle over there or something.
Oh, no, I did not hear that. But maybe the camera got it. Alright, light. Pick a side, on or off. Drunken moth. He was actually drinking it. I wonder if he's gonna go back and drink some more. He's gonna fly and like run right into the wall. Let's see.
He's a closet drunk. His wing though, can you see it?
Yeah. He's vibrating his wings. He's like, I'm so wasted right now. I'm videotaping you because you're freaking out about the light.
It's weird though.
Well, what happened?
You said videotape it because it wasn't turning on. Even though it was just on with the other light bulb. You said videotape it and it popped on.
It's on now.
Yeah.
But I think there's something wrong with the switch.
Yeah, like every time you say videotape it, it's like, oh, nope, gotta behave.
It was blinking at first.
Yeah, it's
when
blinking,
I first
like,
turned it on.
The usual ones, the freaky ones that keep blinking.
The LED one?
Yeah. Or everything.
That moth just killed itself.
See?
It's probably the drunk one from inside the house.
Probably.
Here.
It was bad.
You hold that. Okay, so last night we saw that this light went on after I said I was going to videotape it. This is the switch here though, and as you can see, it says off, but the light is actually on. But if I go ahead and let's flip it to the on position, still on. But I figured out what's wrong with it. I thought that it was faulty wiring because I see some of this has conduit and then some of it is just open wire. But it's actually the switch that's bad. It will turn off. See, now it's flickering. But what I figured out is if you push it left and right, see, I can get it to turn off. I'm pushing it to the right. Now I'm gonna let it go. And this is on the off position. Now I'm gonna flip it to on. Nothing, off, nothing. But look, if I move it to the left and right, now, oh, there it goes. Now it's back to working on both. So it's definitely this. When you wiggle it to the left and right, it's actually turning it on and off. And I did hear it buzzing when I had it on the off position. So there's something that's either not grounded properly. I don't know. But I'm guarantee if I replace this switch, that this light will go back to just working as it should. Another issue was the new fridge that I got. The light's on. Of course, now it's not going to do it. But sometimes when you open the door, the switch doesn't work because it's messed up. See, like right now, the light's off, even though the fridge door's open, but nothing's pushing the actual. There's like a switch right here. This switch right here is what happens. This part of the door actually hits the switch, keeps it off, and then when you let go of the switch, it's supposed to turn it on. But the fridge likes to blink and flicker on its own sometimes. But if I hold this switch out, yeah, see, it's got issues. Like, it's just bad switches that need to be replaced. And this is an older, not an old fridge, but I just picked it up from like a thrift store, so it's not going to be perfect. But I can tell you that if I pull the switch out, see, it still works. So it's definitely just a bad switch on the fridge, not ghosts like everybody keeps saying. I know all these problems have a solution to them, and it's not pouring salt all over my floor or burning sage all over my house. I can just fix the switches and those problems will stop. And the front door, I went ahead and replaced the bulb, so let's see how that works now. On, off, on, off. See? Works just fine with the new bulb, so the other bulb must be messed up. I'll go ahead and test it out. Alright, so here's the light panel, which I took apart, and I found the actual issue. It's not just this part right here that's broken when you turn it on and off, but look back here. This whole metal part here is not supposed to be cracked and broken like that. So every time you turn the light on and off, this is moving, and it's probably just making a bad connection with that wire right there that you can see inside the crack. It's not ghosts, it's just a faulty switch, which I'll go ahead and replace, and that problem will be solved. The sink also has an issue where when I turn on the water, well, I have the water off now because I'm about to replace it, but basically when I turn on the water, it comes flying up out of here, and it also flies out of here and the back a little bit. I checked the seals, I tried to replace them, but they're all messed up. It's just no way to really fix it. So I bought a new one, and I'm just going to go ahead and replace it, and then I'll show you guys when I have it all working. Falcor, my refrigerator's haunted. The lights don't come on and sometimes they blink funny. We better fix this. I have a solution. Tape, you will be my savior. Everybody tells me I need salt. Keep away the spirits. I'll fix this ghost problem right now. I got salt. Make it happen. Does it matter if it's iodized or not? Well, we'll see. Boom. No more ghosts in the fridge. Faulty switch in the basement? No problem. Ah, crap. It's the wrong one. Bam, problem solved. Salt on the switch. Ghosts keep turning on the dryer. Boom, salty dryer. Now the ghosts can't be salty anymore because the dryer's salty enough for all of them. Problem solved. All jokes aside, when I was testing out this switch here and I was moving it side to side, I actually heard some buzzing and saw some sparks. So it could have started a fire if I would have sat here and just believed it was ghosts and put salt all over my house. But in honesty, I fixed it. So now the switch turns on and off just fine. And the lights come on when it's on, except they don't come on regularly because it's motion censored. So you kind of have to move in front of it. And there's a bunch of spider webs blocking the motion sensor. So sometimes, yeah, there you go. See, it comes right on. And then if I go ahead and just switch it off, we'll keep the light on it here. We'll keep the camera on it so you can see when I switch it off, it actually goes off. So as long as there's motion in front of it, it's gonna turn it back on and off. Right, Luna? I know you guys all wish it was just a stupid haunting because of all of that, but it's not. There's just faulty switches on everything because it's an old place, and after I fix all of that, we won't have those issues anymore. Now, I just wanted to say I'm not dogging on anybody's religion or beliefs or anything about this stuff, but honestly, if I would have let that switch sit there buzzing and making sounds and sparking and just threw salt everywhere around my house, believing that it was spirits that was causing that to happen, a lot of you have even mentioned to be careful with old wiring because it can cause fires and stuff like that. And that one definitely would have caused a fire eventually. So I'm glad I fixed it. I also repaired the pipes. So there's still a couple small leaks in there that I'm fixing, but for the most part, everything's pretty much repaired. So now I can actually run the washer and dryer. So as soon as the glue cures from some of these pipe fittings that I put on, I'll go ahead and turn the water faucets onto them and we'll see how it works. This down here actually leads to the backyard and has a drain right here. You can see here. And that faucet was cracked as well. I took a picture of it that I'll show you. And I fixed that too so that I have the ability to hook up a hose in the backyard so I can wash anything down, or if Luna poops out there, it doesn't have to be like all in the grass. What else? The kitchen sink was kind of leaking, so I went ahead and replaced the faucet on there like I mentioned I was gonna do. So that's all nice and fixed now, so I can actually use the sprayer and it doesn't actually go all over the place whenever I turn on the kitchen sink. Before, this was all spraying out like I was saying, but now we have running water and it's not leaking from here anymore. It's not leaking all over here anymore. There's a nice seal. This was all dirty, so after I cleaned up all of the old seal that was on here and cleaned out the sink, now water shouldn't be able to go past there. What was happening was all the water was going down here, and you can see how it's all wet and falling apart. It's actually not that wet right now. That's old damage. I replaced these hoses too because they were old, like rubber hoses, and they were leaking all over the place. So I put these new metal ones in, and now we have no more leaks. Falcor, you just want to get wet? I'll spray you if you want. So the sprayer works too. All good. Next, I'm gonna need to put in a garbage disposal because this doesn't have one. I gotta keep emptying this out every time it gets filled with food or whatever else I cleaned off. And I don't like that this is all dirty either. So maybe one day when I have the extra money, I'll put in a new sink too. But for now, those are some of the issues and some of the solutions to these problems. Another thing I see that I wanted to fix is there's a vent up there and it's kind of pointing outside the door. So I'm just gonna cover it because even though the cover is flipped on it, yeah, there's a cover in there, but it still actually leaks out some really cold air. So it's just air that's not going up to the rest of the house. So I'm gonna probably cover that with a piece of plastic or something. Then I'm not wasting energy on the air conditioner. Ultimately, I'm just making fun of this stuff because I want you guys to realize that even though you have your beliefs and your silly superstitions, it's probably better to find out what the real issue is instead of just blaming it on things you don't understand. because some of you were right. It can start a fire, and what would I do if I wasn't home and the animals were here and the whole place burnt down with them in it? I'd be really upset that I didn't take care of these issues when I knew they were there. So I'm gonna see, anytime I see a problem like this, I'm gonna try and fix it, because I'm not gonna sit there and like just believe that it's some other paranormal thing going on, and then it causes a problem down the line. So I'd rather just fix it, be done with it, and then I can feel safer when I leave the house knowing that my animals are okay. Get back inside, you beast. Get back inside. Get back inside. You want to go in? You want to go back inside? Come on, let's go. No? You're going to run from me? I'll chase you. She's like, I'll come at you, bro. Luna, come inside. It's raining. You're going to get all wet. She likes it out here in the rain. I don't blame her, but I don't feel like getting all wet and cold right now. Luna, come inside. Come on. Are you enjoying it out here? You getting a bath?